Healthcare costs are skyrocketing for the city of Buffalo. That is according to the Comptroller's office and acting mayor Chris Scanlon. It turns out some popular weight loss drugs are part of the reason why. 2 on your side's Nate Benson has been looking into this story for us all day. Nate, what can you tell us tonight?
Yeah, good evening, Courtney. Since the city is self-insured, Buffalo taxpayers are eating the costs, so to speak, for weight loss drugs that city employees are using, to the tune of more than $2 million so far this year. Like my blood pressure during a Sabres game, healthcare costs are going up and up for the city of Buffalo.
Skyrocketing.
In the current fiscal year, the city has spent more than
$6.7 million, which is $3 million higher than February 2024.
And the outlook for next year isn't looking great either.
We're looking at somewhere between talking to our brokers and people like that, but an increase next year alone of between $15 and $20 million.
What's driving up the costs?
The cost of health insurance is coming in much higher year over year, primarily prescription drugs.
But specifically,
Ozempic and Wegovy.
City Hall, more like Skinny Hall, am I right? Finance Committee Chair and Fillmore District Council member Mitch Nowakowski says that of the $3 million of unexpected healthcare costs that the city is dealing with in the current fiscal year, $2.1 million of it can be attributed to Ozempic and Wegovy prescriptions.
It's a big hurdle to overcome when it comes to our bottom line.
The city is facing a current budget deficit of more than $50 million. In his budget proposal for 2025-2026, acting mayor Chris Scanlon is calling for an 8% property tax increase, a 3% bed tax for hotels, and selling off the city-owned parking garages. However, the expenses associated with these drugs was not anticipated by the city this year, and that means the financial impact could go even higher before the current fiscal year ends. That's $2 million that nobody accounted for. How do you plan for that? How do you react to that?
So I think that's a good question, because in the sense of when you bring up what ifs, and that the city of Buffalo has relied on well before my colleague's time on the council, relied on almost Russian roulette of one-shot revenues that sometimes didn't come through.
The acting mayor, however, says that he's confident Albany will come through with the hotel tax and establishing the parking authority to sell those ramps. But even he says that the city needs to look at how it will rein in the rising costs of health care and prescriptions like Ozempic and Wegovy.
It's incumbent upon us to look at everything we're spending money on and however we can save on the expenses side. Obviously that's a large expense right now. It's something that we've talked about at City Hall, curtailing that spending.
As to how that spending can specifically be curtailed, that will be figured out during the upcoming budget talks. The city budget has to be finalized by May 28th. On your side, Nate Benson, Channel 2 News.